You know, of course, an incredible platform to go along with it. So, the segment today is going to be an industry that some of you might not be aware of. Some of you might not even know what it is. Some of you might not even know that it was a part of the platform. Everyone joined to trade, everyone joined to make money from trading, everyone joined to do copy trading, learn the skill set, plug into scanners, plug into live sessions, plug into services. But this industry, this second part I'm going to tell you now, is what's really going to allow you to create your wealth. It's going to be the blueprint to your life actually changing for, a longer period of time. Because a lot of us, yes, we can make money on a day-to-day basis. We can make 100, we can make 1,000, we can make thousands per month, or you can lose money. Let's not pretend it's always wins. You can lose money as well. So, what you lack in experience, right? You can actually accelerate in growth, in results. You can actually put yourself in a position where you're further ahead from plugging into additional streams of income alongside the trading and investing and the forex markets, the crypto markets. And that's what this industry is going to do. This industry right here is what allowed me to make my first six figures. Alongside that, getting to the point I'm at now, I don't want to drop crazy income claims. It's recorded, right? But before I got to the position I'm in now, this industry obviously gave me that foundation. Guys, at the end of the day, most of the time you need money to make money. That's the reality. When people see me dropping my trading results in the chat, it's because I have capital, it's because I have large amounts of money, and I also have experience to back with it. I want you to all think about it. Most people start with like £100 in their trading account, in their investing account. And if you gain 10% of that, that's £10. Now, most of you like £10 is not even chicken and chips in London, all right? But now look at it like this. You have £1,000, that 10% is £100. You have £10,000, that 10% is £1,000. You have £100,000, that 10% is £10,000. Now, please put a 10 in the chat if making £10,000 per month or maybe even a week would change your life. So, what you lack is not opportunity. What you lack a lot of the might not even be experience. It's capital. So hopefully what I'm about to break down today can actually help you all accelerate towards your goals and so that you can get there quicker. The same way I was able to do it through this incredible industry right now. So I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know, guys. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Amazing. So, the industry that I'm going to break down is the industry of network marketing. Okay, and I'm going to actually talk about why network marketing, why this industry, why should you do this as a complete beginner who joined this platform to just make an extra stream of income. Why should you do this industry alongside what you're doing now, alongside your job, alongside your trading, alongside whatever it may be? Why should you partake in the network marketing industry? I'm going to break it down for you. But before I do quickly, please put a one in the chat if you've been in the platform for less than 30 days. Please put a one in the chat if you've been here for less than 30 days. So look at all of these new people, customers who knew nothing about trading. You're now in the platform. And most of you probably even put an M when I asked if you've made money. Now I'm going to break this down for you guys, and your life is never going to be the same as long as you take in the information accordingly. So, what is network marketing? You are essentially the middleman. That's what you are. You have a product, then you have you, and then you have the customer. So, for example, right? What's the product? Jifu. Who's me? Me and you. Who's the customer? Me and you. Just like I got brought in by somebody, you have been brought in by somebody. So we have just played a middleman role. So all we're basically doing is selling a profitable product to a customer, and the company are just paying you a percentage for this. That's basically what network marketing is. And this is like a network marketing principle. And this is why I love the industry. This is why I love the industry. Because if you help people get what they want, in return, you will get what you want. We live in a world where it's very like dog eat dog. People aren't there to really help you. They're there to kind of take from you. They're not really there to have the best interest. Now, don't get me wrong, not everyone in this industry has like your best interest. I definitely do. The leaders definitely do because we've installed that principle within our community, within our leadership. But the overall principle of this industry is to help people get what they want. And in return, you will get what you want. So if I want to go and get to seven figures a month or multiple six figures a month, if I want to get to that, I need to help people get what they want. I need to help multiple amounts of people hit five figures a month, six figures a month. That's what I need to do. That's my goal. That's what drives me. Because I've been able to achieve this. But what good is what I have if other people don't have it as well? And that's the kind of beautiful thing. So now these are the pros of the industry of network marketing. I'm going to break it down because a lot of you probably don't, like I said, you don't know what network marketing is. I get it. But let me just break this down. These are the pros. You have unlimited income. You have the three F's, which is time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. Okay. I'm currently in Dubai. Yeah, I'm here for a month. I'm getting my residency. I also live in the UK. I've been on 40 plus flights this 2025, there and back, I'm including, not 40 different like flights to different places, but there and back, 40 plus flights. And I've worked all over the world. I made money all over the world. You have no boss. Put a boss in the chat if you hate your boss. Put a boss in the chat if you hate your boss. All right. Well, what a lot of you are going to do after this call is you're going to call your boss and you're going to fire them. That's what you're going to do. You're going to fire your boss. Everyone put a fire in the chat because after today, your boss is getting fired. All right. Just like I fired my boss 5 years ago. And now my boss is my calendar. You work online or face to face. Okay. So what are we doing right now? We're on Zoom. What do we do when we go to events? We work face to face. The most rewarding part is this, you get to help other people. The reason why you guys have made money is because you are being helped. You are being helped by your leaders. You are being helped by the platform. You turn strangers into friends and friends into family. Ryan, Josh, Raiko, Anna, Anastasia, Sam, all the so many. Look, guys, if I missed your name, it's not because you're not my friend. It's just because there's just so many of you, right? There's just the first names that came into my head. But these guys are now friends. They're family. Where once upon a time we were strangers, and that's a beautiful thing. And you know what the craziest part about that is? That not only are you friends with these people that you never even knew in the past, but you're friends with like-minded people. Isn't that refreshing? Like when you think about your current friendship circle in your group, how many people truly have your vision? How many people would say yes to this opportunity that like you said yes? And it's refreshing to know that you're in a community of people that are like-minded. And then you get to create a six-figure business for $15 a month. The affiliate kit is $15 a month. And because of that, you generate an income through the platform. All right. So what's the chances of you seeing success? What's the chances? Because people will say, Chris, all right, you done this, but I don't really think this can happen for me. Chris, you've sent in X amount from trading. I don't think this can happen for me. You've created this life. I don't think this can happen for me. Well, what if I said the same thing 6 years ago? The same thing that you're saying. What if I said that? But I found out these statistics. And then I realized that I could do it too. So let me break this down. So network marketing has a huge global reach. There are 182 million distributors worldwide. Like, guys, think about how big the industry is. This is a rough estimate. This is from like ChatGPT. This is, actual statistics. It's rough, but it's statistics. There are 182 million distributors worldwide. This industry is bigger than the music industry. This industry is bigger than the film industry. This industry is even bigger than the NFL. This industry is humongous, right? 182 million distributors. Well, 182 million versions of you. You're seeing Gifu and trading. Guys, there's people selling like fake aftershave. I know someone making, oh, let me, I know someone making multiple like six figures a month selling fake aftershave. Like the fake oods. Like when you go to people at the gym and they're selling like fake oods and they're harassing you to spray and then they make you feel bad and you buy it. Yeah. There are people making crazy amounts selling that. Guys, we're selling trading. We're selling results. We're selling a skill. Think about how easy it is like that. Now, if you survive network marketing for 10 years, you have a 97% chance of becoming wealthy. Now, I can honestly say that I've seen this statistic come to life. I have many great friends in the industry who have been here 10 plus years, and most of them are millionaires. Most of them. Some of them are multiple six-figure earners. Like I said, I'm not here to just drop income claims. I'm here, like it's a statistic, it's there. You are 97% likely to become wealthy from doing this industry. Let me ask you all a question. Who here, put a 10 in the chat if you've worked the job for 10 years? Put a 10 in the chat if you've worked the job for 10 years. Do I need to ask any of you if that job has made you wealthy? Do I need to ask that question? Is it intimidating? Is it rude? Like, do I need to actually ask that question? Is it not obvious? How many people work their whole life and die broke? How many people work their whole life and they die poorer than when they started? Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? Now, where are the women on this call? Drop a W if you're a woman. Drop a W if you're an amazing woman, powerful woman on this call today. Well, newsflash to the incredible women that are on this call. And there are so many of you. So I can see some of your faces. Some of you are absolute savages. Some of you have crazy work ethic. Some of you put the men to shame, if you want me to be honest. Network marketing is a woman dominating industry. It's a woman dominating industry. Guys, well, should I say girls? You have a massive chance here. You have a chance to actually achieve what you might feel is difficult for you in other industries. Sports industry for sure. Women aren't near as much respected as the men. Who knows if in the workplace, I don't know how, I haven't worked a job in a long time. God forbid I ever work a job ever again. Even saying the word job gives me anxiety. So maybe you guys can tell me if the workplace has become more fair on women. But this is your chance. This really is your chance. And now you don't need no credentials or degrees, meaning the average person can make six figures and beyond. Now, I started as an average person, and what I love about this industry, there's a phrase to it. Network marketing is making ordinary people extraordinary people. This person you see today is a person who had anxiety, someone who was an introvert, is someone who could never speak on stage and now was spoken on stage in front of thousands of people all over the world. But why is that? It's because of personal development. That's all you need to win in this. You need to just be willing to change. You need to just be willing to grow. That's what personal development is. Now, I want to break down because I think, yes, comparison is the thief of joy, but I mean, if you don't compare, you don't understand, right? Because if you compare yourself to me, then you can understand what I've been able to do so you know what you can do. But if we're not going to compare to what you currently have and what societal norms have taught us to have, you're never actually going to understand what you can do here. In October 2023, the top 1% of earners in a job received an average pay of £15,000 per month, compared to the bottom 10% who make an average of £755 per month. Now, we all made a claim. We all said, if you was making 10,000 a month, your life would change. A lot of you said that at the start of this call, right? Well, great. You're making £15,000 a month at your job. Whoop-de-doo. let's party, let's have an amazing time. What an achievement, right? But this is the thing. This income comes from being 30K in debt at university, having years of climbing up the corporate ladder. When I say years, I mean like decades, and a 45% tax no matter what. Can you imagine guys making 100K a year and 45K of that disappears? Can you imagine? How would you feel? How would that feel? I'm not saying I don't pay tax. I do, but I'm a business owner. And as a business owner, we don't have the same situations as you do working corporate. Realistically, you pay 20% corporate tax in the UK, and most of that can be written off. Most of that can be an expense. So let's talk about the top three highest corporate income jobs, right? The top three highest jobs that pay the most amount of money. So first and foremost, we have a neurologist. I believe that's some kind of doctor. I don't know specifics. Then you have a physician, also I believe some kind of doctor. I don't have the logics of it. And if you guys have been on this call before, you know what's coming because I still can't pronounce it. Ophthalmologist, ophal, ophthalmologist. I have a lisp, right? But that is not the reason why I can't pronounce this. I can't pronounce it because it's a stupid name. Ophthalmologist. It's got eyes. Listen, someone told me last time it's an eye doctor, right? Something like that. It's to do with eyes. Now, I don't have good eyes, I wear contacts, right? So I actually probably need an ophthalmologist, right? I probably actually need one. So don't get me wrong, they are important in some way, right? Let me disable the annotation, guys. There we go. It is actually important, okay, in some way, right? But can anyone tell me, did anyone grow up and said, Dad, I want to be an ophthalmologist? Has anyone ever thought about that? Has anyone wanted to become an ophthalmologist before? No. You did? Explains a lot. I'm joking. Right? No, no one wanted to be an ophthalmologist, right? You might want to be a doctor. Doctors are incredible people. If without doctors, that's important. Like, that's not going to be my role, but full credit to the NHS, to the doctors, full credit to you guys. We need you. But the third one, you know, I don't know anyone that's so what I'm essentially trying to say is this, outside of the jokes, because it's quite concerning. If you want to actually make it in life during doing the route that we've been told to do, guys, you're screwed. You're screwed. You need to get out of this trap because it is a trap. It is. It's a trap. And this is just really to break it down. And I'm going to kind of go into this just to compare. These are the top incomes in network marketing. Now, I researched this again just to kind of get an updated version of the industry and, a bit more pure facts. Network marketing has created roughly 15 million millionaires around the world, with sources claiming that 20% of the world's millionaires have claimed to earn it through MLM, multi-level marketing. Patrick Bet-David, Grant Cardone, maybe even Alex Hormozy, people that you know of. There's so many people. They created their steps to wealth through this industry, and you know them today because they have businesses, they have YouTube channels. They started in network marketing, guys. It's a stepping stone. This industry has been around for multiple decades. Approximately one out of every 545 citizens make money in network marketing. Now, that might not sound like a lot because there's not even 500 people on this call. But put a one in the chat if you are in profit on your network marketing business. Put a one in the chat if you are in profit on your network marketing business. Look at that, guys. Just go on the chat. Just go on the chat and look at the amount of people who have earned commission doing this business on this call right now. There's so many more that probably even aren't on the call. There's so many more that I've worked with in the past. It's crazy. Now, network marketers, okay, who have been in the industry over 5 years make on average over 100,000 per year. Guys, if you've been here over 5 years and you're a six-figure earner in network marketing, can you drop a one in the chat? If you've been here over 5 years, I'll put a one because I'm one of them. If you've been here over 5 years, you know what? If you're a six-figure earner, just put it in the chat. You might not have been here 5 years. You might even been here less. Okay, we got another one there. We got Anna. All right. Okay. There's so many others. There's so many others. Ryan's on a flight. I don't know about the other directors. There's so many. Now, Jesse Lee Ward was the highest paid network marketer, earning 18 million per year. Jesse Lee Ward, God rest her soul, she's no longer alive or with us. The highest paid network marketer, earning 18 million per year. Really try and compare these things. This is all from your laptop. This is all from your phone. You know that this phone that you use every single day to scroll on TikTok and Instagram, right? You see this phone? This device and this device that we're on can change your life without having to clock in, clock out, travel. You can travel out of choice, not because you need to. Now, what's it going to take to win? Because this is important. We need to know what it's going to take to win because I can just drop these numbers, but it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. Your job isn't guaranteed. Your health isn't guaranteed. You know, nothing is guaranteed. So what is it going to take for you to win? Put a win in the chat. If you want to win big this year, put a win in the chat. I'm going to break down these 8 components right now to help you win. And you can apply this to anything. But I've mastered these 6 components right here. I've mastered them. So first and foremost, it's going to take sacrifice. I have mastered the ability to sacrifice. Sacrifice. I always say to people, show me your level of sacrifice and I'll show you how far you will go. Show me your level of sacrifice and I will show you how far you will go. Your level of sacrifice is the testament to how far you are going to go. If you're not willing to sacrifice the comfort, the friends, the bad situations, the money, the time, if you're not willing to sacrifice, you cannot win. Look, guys, if you want to lose weight, you have to sacrifice the bad food, right? Simple. If you want to make money at your job, you have to sacrifice the time. Simple. If you want to join this business, guess what? You have to sacrifice 200 pounds. Everything requires a sacrifice. If you want to make money from trading, guess what? You're going to have to sacrifice the investment. That's how it works. If you're not willing to sacrifice, you can't win. There are people that couldn't even sacrifice Netflix to be on this call today. But you guys, you are. You guys are. And that sacrifice, you always know what you need to sacrifice if it's holding you back. If it's holding you back, it is a sacrificial experiment. If it's holding you back, it is a sacrificial experiment. So I had to cut out my friends. The people that I can spend more time with today, I couldn't really chill with them when I was broke and I was building this because they didn't understand. They wasn't supportive. They didn't want to do it with me. So I live by this quote: if I can't build with you, I can't chill with you. If I can't build with you, I can't chill with you. If you're not progressing me towards my goal, I can't have you a part of it. I had to spend less time with my family. Unfortunately, there was many times my mum used to say to me, we don't see you often. We don't, my sister, my nephews, and I had to sacrifice time. I've had to sacrifice birthdays. I've had to go to events instead of being at birthdays. It's part of it. But now I can treat every day for my parents like it's their birthday. I'm in Dubai at the moment and I'm here for a month, as I've already said. And my parents' birthday is in March, mid-March. So I surprised her and I said, Mom, Dad, I'm booking you Dubai. Come to Dubai for my final week. So I've paid for them to come out to Dubai and I'm surprising them with a business class flight on the way home, right? Do you think my mum remembers the birthday I missed for her 3 years ago, 2 years ago? Do you think my mom? Yeah, and now I get it. I get it. Life is short and you never want to miss a moment. And like, I get it. I really, really get it. But most people are there and they're not even present because you're not happy. Nothing's worse than, not being able to feel like you can buy presents. Nothing's worse than that. So is you can be there, but you're not happy to be there. Now it doesn't mean you have to like, no, mum, I'm broke, so I can't celebrate your birthday. No, I don't mean that. But if you have a situation that you need to prioritize over, it's short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. Now, on to the next one, teachable and coachable. Now, this is one that people struggle with. Being teachable and coachable is not just at the start. When you start, you sign up and you say, please help me. Like, I'm trusting you. I hope this isn't a scam. Please help me. That's fine. We're going to help you. But what if you don't want to be helped in the long term? What if you keep losing money that you've told us you're gonna stop? What if you lack discipline? What if you don't even jump on these calls? What if you don't turn up to events? What if we give you advice and you don't want to listen? Then what? What should we do from there? What should we do? Because you have to stay teachable and coachable. I have mentors. I have people who have made tens of millions in my phone book. And I go to them and I ask them for advice. I ask them for personal advice, relationship advice, marriage advice. I ask them for business advice. I ask them for financial advice because I'm teachable and coachable. Do you know what the difference between being teachable and coachable is? Being teachable is listening, being coachable is acting. Let me repeat that. Being teachable is listening and being coachable is acting. What I've realized is people are great at pretending they're listening, you know? Or people are great at listening when they feel like they need to. And then when it comes down to the action, why is it that what I told you went in through this ear and out of this ear? Why is that? It's because of coachability. I encourage you all to search the coachability index. I encourage you guys to search up the coachability index. And you're going to see, based upon that index, how coachable you are. Number three, patience. You're going to have to be patient. Now, I know this is ironic because we're traders, right? And everyone wants to make £1,000 today. Everyone wants to make £1,000 today. You want to start with 1,000 and make 1,000. I get it. But I broke down the statistics, if you've forgotten, that you have a 97% chance of becoming wealthy just staying in this game. I don't know anyone who's traded and they're full-time profitable traders that has done it for less than a year, 2 years, even 3 years. Honestly, you're going to have to be patient. Why is it that you can go to uni for 4 years to get a degree and then not even get a job with that degree? And then work your entire life until you're 67. By the way, pension is higher now. You have to be 67, not 60, not 64 anymore, or 63. They've upped it by 4 years. So you're going to work your whole life to get a pension. So why can't you be patient when doing this business? Why is it that £200, if it doesn't work right now, I can't carry this on? Why is that? Why is it that you can be patient with a partner for months, years before you decide that they're the one for you? What? But you can't be patient on your goals and dreams. What? The time is going to pass anyway. Just stick to it. Number four, personal development. I've already broke this down. You have to be willing to personally develop. You have to be willing to read the books. You have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to change songs for audios, for podcasts. You have to be willing. You have to be willing. And then number six, number five, sorry, willingness to change. This is probably the biggest one. A lot of people are willing to start, but they're not willing to change. Now, let's talk about how you can know if you're willing to change. How many times have you had the same conversation with your mentor about what needs to be fixed? Ponder on this for a moment. Even if you're a customer, how many times has your upline told you to stop doing certain things when you're trading and you still do it? How many times has your upline told you to change certain things in your business and you're not changing it? How many times have you had the same conversation? That is how you know if you are willing to change. And especially if you've come to me, right? Because I'm willing to give my time to anybody who's worthy of it, anybody who's hungry. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what rank you are. I don't care about anything. I don't care how long you've been here. I don't care if you've been here 2 days. If you are serious, I will take you serious. That's without a doubt. But even with me, how many times have I told you that something needs to change and you're not changing it? I want you to ponder on that for a moment. I want you to ponder on that for a moment. I want you to just think because that needs to change this year. If you're going to be told something, it's for your benefit. None of us are here to be rude. None of us are here to stop your success. We're here to grow it. We're here to evolve it. Number six, communication skills. You have to be willing to communicate. Look, you're going to have many, many difficult conversations in this business. God, this week I've had about 10 difficult conversations with people in my team. And if I couldn't communicate, I could have offended people. Maybe I did offend some people. Who knows? Right? If they don't tell me, but I've tried my best to adapt. I've tried my best to learn how to communicate. Because when you know how to communicate, number one, you don't get triggered very easily. You see people that can't communicate, everything they take to heart because they can't express themselves in a way that has a neutral conversation. Number seven, sales. Sales is in everything, guys. If you have a partner, guess what? You had to sell yourself to them. If you have a job, guess what? You had to sell yourself to the job. Guys, I recently bought, one of my dream watches. I recently bought a Patek Philippe. Now it's crazy because to get the watch, I had to sell myself. Can you imagine? I'm buying something and I had to sell myself to get it. Do you know how crazy that is? This isn't no sell me this pen or sell me this spoon. It's like, I want to buy something, right? And they are saying, we're only going to give it to you if we think you're worthy of having it. Do you know how crazy that is? So if you don't learn sales, guess what? It's going to be very difficult for you in any realm. And then number eight, you need to have care for others. I've seen a lot of people struggle with this. A lot of people struggle with this industry because they don't really have a heart to care. They don't like people. I'm probably talking to you right now. I'm not speaking to you specifically, but it might sound like I'm talking to you. But people don't like people and they can't care for them. If you don't like people, you can't care for them. But unfortunately, guys, guess what? One day you're going to have kids. Well, I say unfortunately, sorry. Definitely not unfortunately. Fortunately, one day you're going to have kids. One day you're going to have a partner. One day you're going to have great friends. And with whatever you do, you're going to have to care about somebody else's well-being. So if you don't develop that here, if you don't have that heart now, when will it come? Listen, guys, I encourage you to open your heart. I really do. I think people that just don't care for others and if they find it very difficult to help others and give, oh, this customer's wasting my time. Really? Not really. They've paid for your service. Care for them. This affiliate is difficult. All right. Well, you was once a difficult affiliate as well, and I had to deal with you. Your leader had to deal with you. We're not perfect. No one's perfect. Care for others. Give them the experience that you wanted. This is how I always say, I would always tell you guys this. How would you want someone to treat you? How would you want someone to treat you? If you expect something from someone, then you need to give it to others as well. Now, these are some famous quotes from some very, very, very rich individuals. Guys, my laptop is low on charge. Let me just double check. I'm on 8%. I always do this. I'm very sorry. It's a very bad habit of mine, right? Now, these are two wealthy individuals. Okay. Can you guys see my screen again? Yeah, you can. All right, cool. These are two very wealthy individuals, people who have been in the network marketing industry. We know Bill Gates, he's a billionaire. He said, I'm often asked why I'm so passionate about network marketing. And I tell people it's because network marketing is the ultimate equalizer. It levels the playing field between the haves and the have nots. It gives people the opportunity who don't have a lot of money to create wealth. Okay, so you, the person that might be in the council estate, the person that's grew up poor, the person who might be in third world countries, you have an opportunity to create wealth, even though you might not have a lot of opportunity in general. And then you have Jim Rohn. Network marketing is the biggest wave of the future. It's tasking the place of franchising, which now requires too much capital for the average person. So this is what we're going to do, guys. We can agree that these are two very wealthy individuals. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of class, a lot of credibility. But this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We are going to ignore Bill Gates. We are going to ignore Jim Rohn. We're going to ignore Premium Bells. We're going to ignore Stefano Logato. We're going to ignore Daniel Fire. We're going to ignore Alex Morton. We're going to ignore Chris Kitanos. We're going to ignore Claudio. We're going to ignore Fabiano. We're going to ignore all of these people. And what we're going to do, we're going to listen to your friend who works in Marks and Spencer's telling you that this is a scam. Should we do that? Should we do that instead? We're going to listen to your Uber driver who said he put £100 into a group and he got scammed by a random person telling him he was going to do Bitcoin mining for him. Should we do that? Should we listen to that person instead? Should we listen to your friends? Should we listen to your friends in McDonald's? Should we listen to these people? Should we listen to your friends who don't have the results that you want, telling you that this is a scam? Guys, tell me, please communicate with me. Should we do that instead? Well, this is the thing. If the answer is no, why do you keep letting blind people proofread your vision? Why? Why do you keep allowing the opinion of somebody else who you wouldn't even swap places with to stop you from doing something like this? Because let me tell you, the only reason people don't want to do this industry is because they care what other people think. That's the only reason. The only reason you don't get on social media is because you care what other people think. Don't tell me you're not a sociable person. Don't tell me you've never used Instagram or you don't use it and Instagram's a distraction. No, it's not. It's a distraction because all you do is scroll on reels and waste your time. That's why it's a distraction. So don't tell me it's because of anything other than the fact that you just care what other people think of you. Because that's the only reason. And do you know what it is, guys? Do you know what it is? I've realized that people don't tell you that something can't work. because it can't work. People tell you not to do something because they are intimidated by the fact that you have the courage to do something that they don't have the courage to do. Put a one in the chat if you have been ridiculed by somebody, one of your friends or family member, because of this business. All right, this is what you're going to do, guys. The next time someone wants to laugh at you, this is what you do. You say, okay, no, I appreciate your opinion. Thank you, John from McDonald's. Can you show me your bank account? That's what you're going to do. Can you show me your bank? What bank are you with? Okay, can you show me it? Can I see your balance? Can I see your balance? Right? If they say no, you can't see my balance. That's rude. No, it's not. You want to give me financial advice. So why don't you show me your balance? No. Well, then don't give me your opinion. Guys, and guess what? This is the thing, right? The harsh reality is this. This includes your family. This includes your family. Sometimes it's the people that you're doing it for that will convince you not to do it. Sometimes it's the people you're doing it for that will convince you not to do it. Guys, the amount of times my parents told me to get a job, the amount of times that I was laughed at, I was put in group chats. My TikTok videos were getting sent in my group chats to laugh at me. Do you think any of these people laugh at me today? You know what the funniest part is? They ask me how much is it to sign up. And sometimes, depending how generous I feel, I'll sign them up. Depending. Sometimes I say, you know what? Go to this person. Sign up with them. I don't want to work with you. I don't want to work with you. It's funny because the same parents that were telling me to get a job are the same parents asking me to pay for the holidays. You know? Now, guys, this is the thing. You have to think this far ahead. You have to think this far ahead because these people might want the best for you. They might think they know what the best for you is, but it's not. It's their version of the best because they're only going to tell you to go as far as they went. That's the thing. They're only going to tell you to go as far as what they were able to go. So I will repeat this. And you write this down in capital letters. Stop letting blind people proofread your vision. God didn't give it to them. He gave it to you. The reason why you can see further is because it's your vision. It's yours. It's not someone else's. It's yours. If you can see it, you can have it. If you can feel it, you can have it. If you can think it, speak it, you can have it. Trust me, I am living proof. Now, these are some famous quotes. Let me just double check how much battery I've got left, guys. Before I do, I'm on 5%. Okay, I should be able to finish by then. All right. These are some famous quotes. Guys, take a screenshot of this because it'll be probably too hard to write down. Take a screenshot. Number one, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Start from wherever you are and with whatever you've got. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every single day. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Now, this is a big one, number 7. Work harder on yourself than you do your job. Don't you find it crazy, guys, that you will go to work for 9 hours every day, come home, and be too tired to work on your dreams? Don't you find it crazy that you, for 9 hours a day, will work on someone else's dreams while they're in the Bahamas right now, like this, sipping a coconut, right? All inclusive, while you're building their business. And then when you get home, you're too tired to work on yours. Don't you find that crazy? Number eight, we must all suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Because let me help you all understand something. You will experience one or the other. There was a story of a man. I'm a Christian man. I'm a man of God, and I'm a strong believer. And I've said this story before, and it's a very powerful story. But there was a man who lived his whole life, a man who lived a very comfortable life. Didn't do nothing crazy, didn't do nothing incredible, didn't do nothing miraculous, didn't do nothing risk worthy, risk adverse, didn't do nothing inspiring. Just lived paycheck to paycheck, had a job, didn't really travel, didn't explore the world, just lived a very average life. And sadly, as time goes on, obviously one day we're all going to pass away, and this individual actually passed away. And in this story, this individual speaks to God, right? Let's just say that day of judgment. And in the story, his life got played back to him. God rolled the tape and played his whole life back to him, all 70 years of living, 80 years of living, whatever. And the man was shocked. The man was kind of scared. He was startled because he said to God, You're showing me a video, but this isn't my life. You're showing me something else. I didn't have that car. I didn't have that home. I didn't have that family. I didn't have that wealth. I didn't have these things. So what are you showing me? And God said, the life you had is the life you chose. This is the life I wanted for you. This is the life you should have had. The life you had is the life you chose. Guys, one day you're going to get to a point where you're going to look at all of your decisions, and those decisions are going to put you exactly where you are. And the decisions you've made 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, are the reason why you're where you are. It's the reason why you think the way you do. It's the reason why you're around the people you're around. It's the reason why you have the opportunities you have. It's because of you. It's because of your decisions. So, what decisions are you struggling to make today? I'm just putting my laptop on charge, guys. I'm going to sit on the bed. What decisions are you struggling to make today that is stopping you from achieving what you're destined to achieve? What are they? Because just because you said yes and just because you started doesn't mean it's guaranteed. You know that, right? You know that 10% of the job is done when you just say yes. You know that, right? You know all the other stuff is just as important, if not much more important. But you've said yes, you've done that. You've done the first part, guys. And a lot of the time it's the hardest part. Some people just can't say yes. And you guys have. So what are you going to suffer with in 10 years from now? The pain of discipline or the pain of regret and disappointment? Now, guys, this is the compensation plan. This is how it works. This is the money you can make. And I'm just showing you this because obviously I've preached a lot of mindset and you guys are probably feeling fired up. You probably want to go on a jog right now, right? But this is where the money is. When you look at this, you're probably going to see things and straight away, it comes to your mind. Some of you might see 700 a month and think, wow, an extra 700 a month, what would that do for me? Some of you might see 1,000 and think, wow, an extra 1,000 a month, that could pay my rent. Or some of you might see 10,000 and think, 10,000 a month? What can I do on 10,000? Some of you might see 50,000 a month. Say, is that even possible? Some of you might see 100,000 a month and say, no, now he must be lying. He must be lying. That's not possible. Some of you might see 375,000 a month and think, surely you got to win the lottery. If you are an executive, put a one in the chat. If you are an executive on this compensation plan, put a one in the chat. Let's see all the executives. Let's celebrate all the executives. These are people who have their subscription for free. They're not paying a subscription because they started their network marketing journey. Guys, there must be some more executives on the call. Don't embarrass me. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy now because I know for a fact there's 300 plus executives, 250 plus executives in the group. Don't embarrass me. Come on. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. If you're an executive, put one in the chat. Let's keep them going. Let's keep them going. Guys, if your executive is on this call, then they're not someone you should probably be taking serious in the first place, right? Amazing, amazing. Look at all of this. Executives, incredible. You've achieved the first level. Just remember, every diamond, every director, every blue diamond was once an executive who didn't give up. Now, if you are a silver executive, if you're making $700 a month in this platform, put a 700 in the chat. Put a 700 in the chat. If you're making $700 a month from network marketing, put a 700 in the chat. Guys, just look at the chat for me. Just look at the chat. Just look at the chat. If you're a 700, right? Making $700 a month. I know for a fact there's over 150 700s and above. I'll prove it to you right now. We have a 700 and above chat. You can see this. 700 and above, right? There are how many people? 175 members. 175 members. So, you know, I mean, they might not be on the call, but there's 175 of you. If you're a gold executive, if you make $1,000 a month from this platform, put a 1,000 in the chat. Put a one. Look at that, guys. You guys are just bragging now. You guys are bragging now, right? If you're making 1,000 a month, put a 1,000 in the chat, guys. Right? There's roughly 100 gold executives in the team currently, roughly. People must just be shy. If you're a platinum 2,000, if you make 2,000 a month from this platform, put a 2,000 in the chat for me. Tiosi and Rio, come on, stop being shy. They might not be able to see you on the camera. I can see you, right? Put a 2,000 in the chat, right? If you're making 2,000 a month, silver, amazing. If you're a 2,000 a month earner, put 2,000 a month in the chat. Because I'll tell you right now, we have a platinum executive chat, right? We have a platinum executive chat. I'll show you. I'll show you guys. Look, 49 members, 49 people making 2,000 a month. All right, let's start progressing. If you're an elite executive, if you make $5,000 a month in this platform, put a 5,000 in the chat. Start flexing on them now. 5K a month. There we go. Anastasia, Melando, right? If you're a 5,000 a month earner, put a 5,000 in the chat. Yeah. Milia and Uros. There we go. Amazing, amazing. You know, let's look at it, guys. We got an elite executive chat. We got an elite executive chat. Let's look at this. 26. 26 members so far. Elite executives. All right. Let's continue. If you are a director, if you make 10,000 a month, you make 10,000 a month, right? Ryan's on a flight. Let's put an Irish in the chat for Ryan. Let's put the word Irish, right? He's French, Algerian, Irish. I don't know, but let's just put an Irish in the chat. He's on a flight right now. Well, we have Ryan. Is Mrs. Kaleva on the call today? Alexandra Kaleva, is she on the call today? Let's put a B for Balkan in the chat. Let's put a B for Balkan in the chat for Mrs. Anna Kaleva, director. Amazing. Amazing. Now, if you make 15,000 a month in this platform, can you put a 15 in the chat? We got 007, Mr. Bonds, 15,000. We've got, let's put an R in the chat for Mr. Rajko Vukovic. He's probably selling gold right now, right? We got Rajko and Mr. Bonds, 215K month earners. Serbia and United Kingdom. And now we're gonna move on to the big leagues. We're gonna move on to the big leagues because I truly believe that, guys, I'm not saying the money that I've just mentioned isn't good money. It's good money, it's great money, but it's not the big leagues. It's not the big leagues. If you if you make 25K a month, can you put a 25 in the chat? If you make 25K a month, can you put a 25 in the chat? There's someone that comes to mind. We have Mrs. Anna Zoric from a small country, 700,000 people, Montenegro. Can we put a M in the chat for Mrs. Balkan and Montenegro, Mrs. Anna Zoric, right? She's been in the industry for 3 years. She hit a position of $25,000 a month, where the average salary in her country is 400 euros. The average salary in her country is 400 euros. And you know what's so crazy? Some of you guys live in wealthy parts of the United Kingdom and you think you can't do this. You think that no one's joining. You think, no one has money. No one has money where I live. You live in the United Kingdom. You live in Ireland. You live in Europe. What is your excuse? What is your excuse? You either have a million excuses or £1 million. Which one do you want? And then, of course, you have myself as a blue diamond, and this is only for inspiration purposes. It's not for anything else. If you're going to take a picture of this, don't tag me. I can't repost it on my Instagram. But we have two blue diamonds in the community of Mastermind, myself and my mentor and my brother, Mr. Premium Bells. All right. These are the weekly checks that I'm able to gain as a blue diamond. All right. 25,000 per week. If you want to screenshot it, if you want to put it as your vision board or on your vision board on your phone, you can. Just don't tag me on Instagram. This is for you guys. It's just for inspirational purposes only. And it's also to show you that we're not lying. People actually tell me I'm like they think I'm lying. People have worked with me for like 6 months and they think I'm lying. They think we lie. And look, it's the thing. You know, the reason why I show people what I am able to do and what's there to be made is because you can only go as far as you can see. You can only go as far as you can see. Seeing is believing. When you can see something, it is possible. I am showing you what is possible. The directors, all the six-figure earners are showing you what is possible, all the way down to the 700s. People making money from this, they're showing you what is possible. What's your excuse? Archie, you never saved me from drowning. It's never happened, right? But we can pretend, no worries. All right. So, look, guys, this call was nothing more than to help you guys understand what is possible through hard work, through persistence, through consistency, through sacrifice, through change. It's to show you that. And this is the thing, guys. Go to your workplace on Monday and ask your manager to show you what they earn. They won't do it. Do you want to know why? Because what they earn is at your expense. What they earn is down to your downfall. I want to make that clear. What I earn, what we earn, is down to your growth. That's the difference. Help enough people get what they want, and in return, you will get what you want. Now, I want to celebrate and congratulate the people that made it to the end of this call, not the people that jumped on the call and left. I want to congratulate 302 of you who stayed on this call to the end because that shows me and that shows yourself you are willing to make a decision. That's what it shows. Some of you have heard this information multiple times. That's okay. Trust me, if you get too big for the small things, the big things become too small for you. Trust me. You never want to get too big for the small things. You never want to stop growing. You never want to stop learning. You never want to stop taking accountability. So when I said at the start of this call, if you've been here for less than a month, put one in the chat. If you're ready to take advantage and you want to hear more about this industry, put a one in the chat. If you've never done network marketing before and you now want to hear about the industry, put a one in the chat. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Someone just said it's my first day and he's already put in a one. Might have been a woman. If it's a woman, I apologize, right? I didn't see the name. I just saw it's my first day, right? Think about it, 4 days and you're ready to take action. So what I want you all to do, message the person that got you started and say, I am ready in capital letters. Send a message to your upline right now, the person that enrolled you, and say, I am ready. Even if you don't fully understand this, even if you don't even know, even if you don't know if it's going to work for you, even if, okay, you're just excited and you just want to say, message the person that got you started right now and say in capital letters,